Today's episode, I have with me a friend who is so passionate about our well-being and is also a medical student in the Strait of Ekiti State University, Eniolakunle Adasha.
Sleep is good.
Yeah.
Sleep is good to the body, and it's a natural cause that everybody needs to sleep. And the lack of sleep can be looked in two ways.
Okay.
Some deprive themselves of sleep intentionally, like they involve in activities just so that they won't sleep. While some, it's like a sleeping disorder. And the medical term for this is insomnia. Like I can remember a time that I was preparing for exams, and the night before that exam, I did an all night. It's actually very common, especially for me as a medical student. I have a lot of things to cover in a little time frame like that. All right, so preparing for this exam, I was awake, and okay, I said I read. But during the exam, there was a particular question that came out. I just overlooked that question. I left it. I was like, I didn't read this particular topic. So after the exam, when I was just looking through the questions, and I discovered that I actually read that topic, I forgot. So lack of sleep can inhibit your memory. You find it hard to recall. You find it hard to collect some things in yourself.
How are you doing, Adasha?
I'm doing very well.
Hope you are good. I'm doing fine. Thank you so much for coming.
Pleasure.
Yeah, so we want to talk about a really deep topic, like how lack of sleep affects your health. Now, the thing is, we have a lot of people who are not sleeping. All right, and first of all, they don't understand the cause. Second, they don't understand the consequences. So today we just want to talk about it, right? And so, how does lack of sleep affect the overall health of the person?
All right, firstly, it's very important to note that sleep is good. Sleep is good to the body, and it's a natural cause that everybody needs to sleep. And lack of sleep can be looked in two ways. Some deprive themselves of sleep intentionally, like they involve in activities just so that they won't sleep. While some, it's like a sleeping disorder. And the medical term for this is insomnia. I know you must have heard that. Right? So there are some people that naturally, the sleep doesn't come like that. So they find it very hard to sleep. Right? So talking about how lack of sleep can affect total well-being. Right? Firstly, I'll be talking about this particular point, which is very important. People that are obese or they have diabetes, one of the cause can be lack of sleep. And how does this come? Lack of sleep can inhibit the hormones that regulate hunger and appetite. All right. So these hormones, they regulate the way you eat, they control your appetite. But lack of sleep inhibits these hormones. All right. So when you are awake for a lot of time, you find yourself eating a lot of things at every little chance you have. You just take in a lot of things. So this stuff, they accumulate and they affect you. You can be obese. You can have a spike in your blood sugar that can lead to diabetes. And one other thing that lack of sleep can do is it affects your mental health and your social well-being, like your social state. Right? Talking about that now. When you are drowsy, like you could not sleep at night, and during the day, you find yourself maybe weak and tired. You are withdrawn from your friends. Like when people are talking or interacting, you don't feel the vibe to just join them in doing anything. You are just withdrawn. You just stay where you are. And sometimes when you are there and people come to just like play with you, the way you react. You are easily irritated. This stuff is due to lack of sleep. And it also affects your memory. Like I can remember a time that I was preparing for exams, and the night before that exam, I did an all night. It's actually very common, especially for me as a medical student. I have a lot of things to cover in a little time frame like that. All right, so preparing for this exam, I was awake, and I said I read. But during the exam, there was a particular question that came out. I just overlooked that question. I left it. I was like, I didn't read this particular topic. So after the exam, when I was just looking through the questions, and I discovered that I actually read that topic, I forgot. So lack of sleep can inhibit your memory. You find it hard to recall. You find it hard to collect some things in you. So that's what I say. Those are the few things that lack of sleep can.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So can you just tell us like consequences that affect lack of sleep? Just like just a brief one.
Like I don't get you.
Like just the consequences.
The consequences of lack of sleep.
Yes.
All right. So there are long-term consequences, and one that's like I had mentioned earlier, memory loss.
Yeah.
Okay. So we call it medically Alzheimer's disease.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is when you see these old people that you see that they forget things easily, or maybe they drop something
they can't remember
they don't know that. Yeah. So lack of sleep can cause it. So it's not that you start seeing them now.
No.
Yeah. But the accumulation of this negative effects, when you get old, when you grow old, it can affect you, your memory. You just find it very easy to forget some things. Like you're always lost, you're always confused. And one other thing, research has also shown that lack of sleep can cause cancer.
Wow.
Because it affects the body's immunity. Lack of sleep affects the body's immunity. When you deprive yourself of sleep, your body of rest, the immunity of the body reduces. So little diseases or little things can creep into your body. And so cancer can set in. Just some little types of cancer. That's it.
Wow. So what are like the strategies that can help in improving our sleeping life?
The strategies can help improving your sleeping life. All right. Firstly, I would say you should have a sleeping schedule or like a consistent routine.
Okay. So, sorry to cut you. What time should we sleep?
All right, I'm coming there. All right, so medically, or should I say by research, you've been told or we've been advised to take at least 8 hours of rest. All right, so like I had said earlier, having a consistent routine of sleep and the time you wake up. So this consistent routine helps your body's rhythm. It already knows the time you have the rest. It knows the time you come up, like the time you wake up. It improves your productivity by day. All right, so I will advise 10 p.m.
10 p.m.
should be the latest. 10 p.m. should be the latest you sleep. You can sleep earlier, like if you have something to do, maybe the following day, and needs you to be awake. But just do it that you have your 8 hours of sleep at night. There are some exceptions that you need to be awake at night to do some things. Yeah, it's very understandable, but it shouldn't be every time.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be every time because it will affect you. So 10 p.m. I would say 10 p.m.
So what's like a general advice for everybody watching, right? So we just...
All right. To those watching online, I would advise that you should sleep. Sleep is very good.
Yeah.
Like for me, I like sleep. I like sleep. I like sleep. So sleep is very important. It will help you a lot. You relax your body. And you have to eat well because the way you eat affects the way you sleep.
Yeah.
Your sleeping environment too is very important because if you sleep in a shabby place, you can't enjoy that sleep.
Yeah.
The type of thing you sleep on, like your mattress, the bed, the pillow, your posture while sleeping, those are the things that affects your sleep and affects your body. So eat well. Do not eat late at night.
Yeah.
Do not eat heavy meals. And the use of phones, reduce it, especially before your bedtime. It's very important because these blue lights that our devices emit, it inhibits, there's an hormone that helps sleep, that regulates the sleep, and that hormone is called melatonin. So the blue light it inhibits it. That's why you see it is very common that people find it hard to sleep in a well-lighted place. For me, I prefer to sleep in a dark and quiet place. And I believe most people do that too. They prefer to sleep. Light affects, it reduces the production of melatonin.
Yeah.
Yes. So reduce the use of phones, shun distractions. Like sleeping is helping yourself.
Yeah.
It's very important. Have a consistent routine. Sleep, eat well, be hydrated. Yeah, that's what I would say.
So thank you so much.
Yeah, my pleasure.
I'm so grateful. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for watching our video. If you find value in this video, make sure you click the subscribe button, like, share. Share it to your friends, share it to your family. And also, if you want to connect with me and my guest and even the TV show, go down in the description below or in this video and you see everything. Everything right there. And I can't wait to see you in the next video to connect with you. Let's go.